Carl, a narrow defeat in the National League Cup against Leeds tonight, but what's your immediate assessment on the performance overall?
Yeah, probably wasn't a narrow defeat in terms of the general game itself. The scoreline was, but yeah, we were very open in transition moments. That was clear. We got punished for some sloppy play. Our quality wasn't great, but you expect that, with the changes that were made. We knew that we weren't going to have that same fluidity, and yeah, the patterns didn't really emerge as smoothly as we'd like. So credit to Leeds, they really tested us from a physical perspective in our 1v1 duels. They were really sharp. They had good athletes all over the pitch, and they were brave. And I think in those transition moments, we couldn't regain our shape quick enough before they were driving with the ball through over big distances. So a tough night in terms of the physical load, but the attitude from the boys was different class. Can't ask for anything more in terms of their effort. That was certainly there, but yeah, it was a difficult evening, I think.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the night overall, obviously with it being the first game you've had in a little while after the break, but what can you really take from tonight's game, do you feel, at the minute?
I can take, like I said, the mentality and the effort was there, particularly from the older boys who've played a lot of games in the league. The load was probably more than I would have liked them to have had, particularly with the game on Saturday. These games, with them being on Wednesdays, don't really help us, to be honest. I can see the benefit from, obviously, an under-21 side's point of view with the senior football and, playing against senior opposition. But for us, games on a Wednesday night, they're not ideal. But I was just really pleased that they showed a strong mentality to keep going, and there was some good bits of play, but we know that it was far from our best. But it's important, I've said to them, that they recover and we go again on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the recovery aspect. Is that pretty much now just the main sort of focus ahead of Saturday? Obviously, you mentioned there's not a huge amount of time until you are back at it at the weekend.
Oh, absolutely. That's the priority. The league is a priority. The games won't look like that in the league. It would have been easy for me, sort of at half time or on the hour mark, to sit us in a low block and absorb the pressure and sustain it. But that goes against what we are, and it goes against what we've been successful at since I've came in the league. So we wanted to maintain, trying to press high and trying to play brave. But there's no doubt that we were open as a result of it. But, I didn't want to muddy the waters and sort of come away from what we've been so good at. So credit to the boys for sticking at it. It wasn't an evening that they would have particularly enjoyed, but we've got to put it to bed and then and get back to our strengths for Saturday.